Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and today it's going to be a filler video. Warning, this is a filler video. 3 photography accounts that I genuinely really like. I actually really enjoy and look forward to seeing their new work come up on my feed. You know, it's not just like another, a lot of times when we follow people, it's just to pass the time. So first off, the first account that I want to share with you guys is Johnnyhomemovies. He is a photographer based in LA, I think. And basically, I just love his work because he is sort of like an anti-photographer kind of photographer. He hasn't been shooting for that long, and he doesn't follow any set rules. He just posts whatever the hell he likes. He documents his life. He posts pictures of his friends, his girlfriend, a leaf, a basketball hoop, a car, and he also develops and scans all his own stuff. I don't follow him just because of the obvious reason that I think his the colors, the textures, and all of his photos are just so incredible. Like, the reason why I follow him is more for his philosophy on sort of creativity and art. He's not concerned about finding his own style. In his own words, he says, "Style is a made-up idea that you'll spend your whole life obsessing over if you let it. Don't be concerned with style. Begin the process of defining what beauty is to you. Even if you think you already know, then refine it." He's more concerned about finding the motivation to shoot because you only reach a certain desirable level of skill in photography when you shoot more. Moving on, so Stockezy, or Jason Roman. He's someone I would consider a photo friend. So one thing that I did not expect photography would bring is just the number of friends I've made from it. So Jason and I, we hung out on a photo walk. I think it was in last October. I first found him on YouTube when I was looking to move away from my bulky Canon 5D and sort of move towards what I use now, purely my Fuji X-T3. At the time he was shooting Fuji. He was sort of like the first photographer I'd come across who kind of just spoke my language. I'm not talking about English. This might sound weird, but I've never really considered myself truly artsy. When people think of artsy people, I don't generally think of myself to be one of them. I've been artsy my whole life. I used to paint a lot back at school. I have a really tall stack of sketchbooks back home that I just chock-a-block full of drawings and paintings. When I left school, I kind of just stopped, and I don't really know why. And artsy, creative people, they kind of just don't look like me, they don't talk like me, and I've never really mixed well with them, and I've never really identified well with them. They all just kind of just speak a different language to me. I hadn't really seen any other artists who spoke my language, so to speak, dressed similarly and just had like a similar energy. So when I came across him on YouTube, something just kind of clicked, and just seeing him produce these incredible images and talk about art and creativity in a way that sort of resonates with me, it sort of just sparked like that hunger that I used to have back at school just to create. He's also the first street photographer who kind of made me get what street photography is all about. Beforehand, I kind of had zero interest in street photography. I just didn't get it. I didn't see why anyone would give a damn about looking at pictures of random strangers, let alone to take the time to take them. But when I saw his work, just seeing his street portraits, I totally got it. And lastly, another photo friend is Zoradzo, or Elham. He's actually someone I met on that photo walk with Stockezy, and this guy shocked me. All right, he's not even like a full-time photographer. He's an actor. Okay. A pretty damn good one at that. He's in the latest season of Homeland at the moment. So definitely check him out. But he kind of shocked me because on that photo walk, he was really quite shy, he didn't, no disrespect, but he kind of seemed like not to be the most confident shooter, because there was a moment where he was kind of tentative and kind of hesitant to take a picture of someone who was across the road. And we kind of had to give him a good push to do it. So after we hung out and we said goodbye and we passed ways, I checked him out on Instagram. I checked out his work on Instagram, and I was shocked. I was like, this guy is sick. His work is so good. What? I felt duped almost. So yeah, people like to throw words, you know, people love to throw the word cinematic about, like, you know, like it's nothing. But genuinely, when I see some of his images, I think to myself, I am looking at a still from a beautiful indie film. Yeah, the colors, the textures, all that stuff. But in particular, his India images are just wow. You know, what I love about his work is that, you know, a lot of people sort of post what I call, you know, Instagram pleasers. Ooh, Instagram pleasers. You know, sort of the cliched images that will always do well. You know, things like Tokyo. You know, pictures of Tokyo, pictures of Iceland, and of course pictures of India. And a lot of his work deals with India, but his work with India is completely different because you can tell that India runs through his veins. You know, when you see his images of India, you can tell it wasn't shot by some passing tourist, you know, but it's from the eyes of someone whose soul is in there in the pictures. And I find it even more interesting that his main muse, at least of recent, is India, because he's not even Indian, he's of Afghan descent. You know, this guy's not even Indian, but he shows this incredible bond with, you know, a foreign land, you know, in the most beautiful way. You know, his passion for the Indian arts doesn't stop there. I remember talking to him, he just, you know, talked so beautifully about, like, you know, Indian film. You often see him playing, you know, Indian instruments and quoting poetry in his Instagram stories, you know, which in turn make his work all the more just sort of interesting. The reason why I love following him and his work is because I just find it so beautifully refreshing to see someone championing the Asian arts, you know, or basically any art that's not Western. So, you know, so often when we think of photography legends, you think of an old white guy. Not saying that there's anything wrong with looking up to Joel Meyerowitz and, you know, Robert Frank and all that, but there is an entire universe of just incredible art outside of the West, and which is what he as an artist has taught me. Hopefully when we're allowed to go back into the wild, I'll be able to do a video with him. I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you guys go check those guys out. They are 1000% worth a follow. Yeah, we've got a lot of new subscribers here, guys, so thank you to all the new subscribers. Comment something nice down below, like, comment, share, all that stuff. Follow me on Instagram, send me a meme on Instagram, a DM, anything, it makes my day. Yeah, check out my portfolio at ZainReads.com. and with all that said and done, keep shooting, keep learning, keep shooting. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.